You can't really make a good financial decision on an empty stomach. You know how they say, don't go shopping when you're hungry
or when you're broke. It's summer, it's a hot day, what a perfect time to eat some hot pot.
Yep. Well, it's a nice hot day. Dude.
I can't read your cues anymore. Gotta get some hot pot.
Our regular kit includes a telephoto lens, which is primarily a 70 to 200.
We need to see it, bro.
But some of these events are huge, and the fact is, you just can't get up on stage. You need that telephoto lens, and that's where we tried the 70 to 200. We tried shooting the APS-C. We even tried a teleconverter, 1.4 Sony teleconverter, and sometimes it just wasn't enough.
And if you don't try to get the best shots, your business is gonna go belly up. Why the 600 over the 70 to 200?
And we love it. We love the 70 to 200. We've even tried shooting the 70 to 200 on APS-C mode. If we are shooting a 200 crop factor, that gives you 300 mil. We also tried adding teleconverter, the 1.4 Sony teleconverter. So 300 times 1.4 gives you an equivalent of about 420 mil. In reality, a lot of the times it wasn't enough. Most events, I think it's okay. Those bigger events, that's gonna get you because it's just not enough reach.
Right.
And that's where we came across the 60 to 600.
Think that you can just get closer, which is true for some events where you have the side aisles where you can get closer. Most of the time, the only way you can get closer is by going in front of people, which is not good for conferences, or using the side and then shooting from the off angle. Make sure that closed and you're right under the stage. You're getting like an up angle shot on the speakers, which is not very flattering. You're also shooting from the side, so they're line of sight, which a lot of people care about. A lot of our clients, they want the speaker to seem like they're speaking to you in the photo. And if you're in the very back and they're looking at their confidence monitor, which is usually like all the way across right above on the ceiling, then you're getting that line of sight angle. You're getting that nice height on your
it's more flattering for sure. I mean, I'm not sure about you, but I don't really like my side profile. Look at this. Look at this. You think you want anyone's stuff?
You're an exception.
Oh, wow. Hold that thought.
Here we go.
Yeah.
Sit out. Thank you. Try some of this fried chicken skin. That. Crispy like our footage.
I have nothing. I can't follow that.
So we got them two lenses here to compare. We have the 70 to 200 Mark II Sony here.
And the ginormous 60 to 600. Look at this bad boy. Well, it's not exactly a conference event, right? We're not shooting a stage with people, but we'll work with what we got. We got a happy, full belly, so let's work with that. How about the little cottage over there? I don't know what that is. Boathouse, I guess?
You know what? It's not really a fair challenge, but let's do it. So here we go, 70 mil and 200. And then I'm gonna do 200 plus APS-C crop. All right, teleconverters coming in. Here we go. Regular APS-C mode and with a teleconverter. I mean, it's not huge, but definitely more reach there. All right, let's see what you got.
All right, so these are both A7 IVs, 33 megapixel. We'll go at 60, 600, and here is 600 APS-C. So we talked about the equivalents on that, right? That's a 420 APS-C with a teleconverter 1.4. This on APS-C, the 600, is a 900 equivalent. And that's one of the things that I love about this lens is how versatile it is, because you can get some pretty nice wide shots of stages and at the same time punch in.
But can you do this?
Yeah, sure.
We're not saying that this is better than this, you know, because at the end of the day, if you only could buy one, we would still recommend you buy this. What we're trying to show is if you already have the standard event or conference kit, then adding a 600 to your arsenal is a really good move because it is a specialized lens, but it just takes your shots up that next level, and it really differentiates it from your regular event photographers, and clients can see that and appreciate that.
And again, it's because we're not just going back to the studio and editing those photos and then punching in, cropping into the photo. You're getting those shots straight out of camera and delivered to the clients in seconds.
All right, let's review, shall we? So we have the images here. You have the 60 to 600, that side. And then we have the 70 to 200 right here. First shot at the widest, this is at 70, that's at 60.
They're both wide shots, but you can definitely see how much smaller that little boathouse is.
Oh, they're actually closer than I thought at 60. Sony is a little sharper. Looks like maybe a lot sharper. I wouldn't doubt that the Sony would be sharper. Going back to 200, right there. And then, oh God!
600 right away.
600 right away.
Out of the water.
Look at that depth of field.
Yeah.
All right, so that's 1:1. And this is your 1:1.
Wow. Wow.
That's not even in the same zip code right there.
No. So you can punch in on some things, but as you can see here, you're not going to get the same amount of detail
Right.
When you're comparing focal lengths.
Maybe there's some optimization there, but it looks a little bit sharper for some reason. Let's look at the wood grain. See the detail on that wood grain. The same section here. Ooh, look at that. There you go. Let's see with the teleconverter. Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it definitely cleans it up a bit more.
Still not as good.
Right.
The background is pretty much gone there.
Yeah, that's what you call butter.
Yeah. When you're doing conference photography, you're gonna be at the limits of your 200. We're gonna pull up some shots so you see what the 200 can achieve. And zooming in really doesn't do the event justice because you're just losing so much resolution there.
And not only that, but also the angles changed.
The angles
Because you're not able to shoot from right behind the crowd. You're gonna get different angles.
Okay, so this is a real event example. What you don't see here is I'm on the very top. There's a mezzanine right there, and it goes way, 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 way back further than what this photo can show you. So again, for reference on that wide shot, you're right in the very back. Nobody even knows you're taking photos, and you're getting angles like these.
Yeah, nice and straight on.
Nice and straight on.
You got the back, the
Right.
actual background
You're filling the frame with your subject, pretty much.
from way
From
back
way,
in
way
the
back,
room.
yeah.
Yeah.
If you imagine a 600 or a 200, you'd probably be at a full body. So we can probably look at this and compare.
222.
222, even so, okay.
So that's closer to what the 70 to 200 kind
Right.
of limits you at.
Right.
You can punch in a little bit more to APS-C, but you're not going to fill that frame
Right.
like that 600 did.
So here's 222, so technically still a little closer. Entirely different shots.
Yeah.
Right there. Check out that framing.
And while you might be able to punch in digitally with the 200, you're not going to get the same amount of detail. But again, because we are delivering these photos to the clients almost instantly, there is no time for post-processing and getting them punched in the computer. They're getting these photos in seconds, and yeah, look at that detail. Now we talked about getting the 600, the Sony 600. Is it 600 f4?
Yeah.
The price is 5 times more versus the 2000 that the Sigma 60 to 600 is. But also too, it didn't have the versatility of being able to shoot on the wider end at 600 or at 60 and then shooting at 600. So a ton of versatility with this lens.
It's really hard to find another lens like this for that value, the versatility. Believe it or not, the portability that it gives you for what it is.
Yeah, even with the teleconverter, you're not going to get the same look You lose some light, right? You lose some features. The autofocus
A little bit slower.
a little bit slower. You know, as much as we love that 70-200, this has tons of benefits for, you know, for those bigger shows.
60-600, $2,000, 10x zoom. Granted, it's 4.5 to 6.3, but again, it depends on your use case. You know, if you're shooting wildlife, you're shooting out in the daylight, not a problem. If you're shooting keynotes, events that have great lighting, again, not a problem. So it's really a great addition to your kit, depending on what you're trying to achieve. And for us, having those shots really makes it worth it.
Yeah, it's definitely become one of my favorite lenses. I know we're constantly fighting for it, so can't recommend it enough.
Hope you guys learned something. Hope that was helpful. Let us know if you have any comments, feedbacks. If you liked it, like this video. If you didn't, dislike it. Go ahead.
It won't hurt our feelings.
It won't hurt our feelings, and we don't even see it. And YouTube doesn't even show anyone. Anyway, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.
Peace.